Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today I'm doing a card with hearts and things on. I'm doing it because I've got a friend's wedding coming up and I'm just making a few cards for that. And she wanted something a little bit alternative but with hearts on. It would be perfect for Valentine's. It could do for an anniversary card, whatever you want. Now, what I've done to start off with is I've done a few more as well just out of scraps, but you know, I've been doing some fun backgrounds. Well, some of the backgrounds that I'm not that keen on, so for example something like that, I put some glitter on, etc. That would be a perfect one. This sort of thing again would be a perfect one. Things that I've been experimenting with but I don't particularly like that much, so all I did was cut it out with a heart, and this happened to be a scallop one, but whatever hearts you've got. Then I just took a Posca pen, but you could put a Sharpie, you could put a alcohol marker, even a water marker, and all I did was just go round the outside just sort of quite carefully with the marker pen. This is a Posca pen because, as you know, I love my Posca pens. I use them all the time. So this is just going to come round in like this. Just take it up here. I don't want it to come too far over the edge. So just sort of, you know, rubbing a little bit. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And then I'm just going to take it up out of there for a second. And let it dry. I think I'm probably only going to use 6, and there was 7, but I managed to get 7 out of the piece of paper, so I don't know quite what I'm going to do with them, but I love it with the black round because it gives it, you could mount it if you've got hearts that are concentric, but I haven't got those. I haven't got very many hearts at all because I don't use them a lot. So again, this is something using things that you don't know use a lot. So I'm just put it on this paper because I thought that it might create a background for the paper as well. And I've got some more Posca pens, and what I'm going to do is I like the lines, but I don't want them to be quite so unique. So what colours have we got on here? We've got red, sorry, we've got green, we've got red, yellow and green would work actually, wouldn't it? Although I could take something cold. I'm going to take the pink because I quite like that bright pink as well. So I've got these. I'm going to take the palest one first, which is the yellow, and then I'm just going to take a something to bash it with is what I turn around and say, and this is what I tend to do. So I will just literally go all the way over on each one, and you can see where it's coming out, which is quite nice. Just take it across, something in the centre like that. So that's the yellow. Then I'm going to let's take this green. So I quite like the green. Give it a shake first. The little ball bearing inside, so you can always tell when it's been shaken. Oh, that's nice. Now, you know me and my splatters. I think they just bring cards together nicely. So that's that on the green. And then the pink, because I fancy a bit of pink on there. So let's take this pink. See on here that that's coming out quite nicely as well. So that's nice in those. Now, because I've got black on there, I fancy doing some black as well. So I'm going to take the finest black to start off with, but I might use the fat one because again, it'll just add a little bit of depth. And the more you hit it, the more it sort of comes out in colour. just getting this down in the black. I love the texture of all of this. I think it looks really nice. Okay, now I'm going to try and do it with the fatter one that we use to the edges, and this should give some darker ones. And sometimes shake it down that way and then give it another hit, and you can sometimes get bigger blobs. Sometimes you don't, it depends how big. That's better. Now we're getting some bigger blobs in. You probably hear me whacking this thing, but can you see how once it starts coming down you can get some nice big splots coming through in like that. That's perfect. Okay, so that's given me the colours that I wanted. I could put some gold and things like that in, but I think there's enough sort of sparkle in there, and I could have used some other colours, but those are the ones that I've chosen. As I say, it's entirely up to you what you use. You can just use ordinary acrylic paint and a splatter paintbrush, so you don't have to be, you know, overly precise in your colours. So I think I've only got white out at the moment in my acrylics. I was going to show you how to do that, but if you've got a fan brush like this and some white acrylic paint, you can literally just put it in on there with a bit of water and then literally tap it, and you can get exactly the same sort of looks. I think I've done a video before on that, but you know, look back, there's only so much I can do in each one. So that's given us our really lovely sort of splatters on there, and also it's given this paper that I can use. Can you see I've just got some nice sort of splatters and almost like a little rainbow of colours on there as well. So that's quite nice. I can use that and jazz that up a bit more. Okay, so I'm just looking to see what I want to do on this. I like the splatters like that. Let me just take, this is a piece of white, and I think I'm going to, I can make a clean and simple one, and that would be literally just putting one like that and putting a sentiment or something like that over the top. I can take it and put 3 down, like this, but in the right sort of area, and put something over there. So there's a lot of things that I can do. So I'm going to leave it, what are we on here? I'm going to leave it like that for part 1, and I will do another one, part 2, and show you how I've made the cards. So as always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye. Crafting with Jane. So this is part 2, so I'm just carrying on because I know that some of my videos go on forever and ever and ever. So we've done these ones. Look back to see part 1 to see how I've done them. And now I'm going to turn them into cards. This is a way of using up lots of little scraps and things. So I've done 2 sort of cards. This is sort of a silvery background with red in there, with some white on there, and then I'll choose one that's got quite a lot of sort of red in it, so that one I think will work perfectly. So I'm only going to use 1 heart because I want to try and keep it fairly clean and simple. So let me take, I want to do a background, so I'm going to choose this one, which is one of the little stamps. I love these ones, the All in Create one. It's called Miniatures because it's got lovely little words on here, and it means then I don't have to have lots of different things going on, and I can just take this, we'll take the larger words on one, we'll take the smaller on another. So let's put this in on here. Find myself a little block which is, where's my little block? Is it underneath? There it is. I knew it was close by. Let's pop this in that way. Now I need to just make sure I get the words the right way up, which is that way. And I'm going to do it in, I want to do it in something pale. So this is going to be the red and silver. So I could do it in a, let's do it in a sort of neutrally grey. Let me see, have I got my grey up in on here, or is it down on here? It is. Right, I'm just going to take it out carefully. So this is my grey, which I think will work perfectly. So let's just take that up. And what I want to do is I just want to put it like this, like this. I think 3 will work. Then that's going to come in over the top. Yes, that's perfect. So 3 on there will work absolutely perfectly. And it's only the grey that I'm doing on this one. So if I put this, I'm going to clean that one up before I do the other one. So this is going to come in. Let's put this on here. Put that in on there like that. That's going to go in on here like that. So we're just going to stick that on here, I think. Let's put this like this, because I want to keep them clean and simple, but to just show you how to use up scraps without it being over the top. So, and I know a lot of you will probably have a lot of hearts and things over from Valentine's, or have used your hearts for Valentine's. But this will make it for, doesn't have to be Valentine's at all, because we're now past Valentine's, but it can be for an anniversary, a wedding, you know, just because. I think hearts are lovely at any time of the year. So I'm going to put the little heart straight in the centre like that. And then I'm going to take a little bird, because I like the little birds. So I'm going to have a little bird just at the top. Whee! Make sure that I've got his beak and his, beak and his ends so that he sticks on nicely. I'm just going to have him just sitting in like that. It just sits on the top, and that for me makes a really lovely, clean and simple card. And sometimes it's nice to do clean and simple. I might not even choose that silvery background. I might choose something which is a little plainer. I haven't decided. The silver works quite well, but I just wanted it to be, as I say, plain and simple. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to do something very similar, but I want to do it in just a slightly different colour, so you can see different colourways. Now this one I've chosen black and white, and this has got sort of a pink thing with hearts on. So I think I'm probably going to do it this way, to just show 2 different ways of doing it. So this one is going to have, I'm going to use exactly the same stamp, clean it off, and then I want to use some pink behind it. So I need to choose one of these again that's got quite a bit of sort of pink in there. That's more green, that's more green, that's got a nice bit of pink and red in it, hasn't it? That will work beautifully in the centre. Okay, so that's that one. And I can put on this one, what's this one say? Create your own magic. You see, again, I think that will work perfectly. So on this one, I got this out to clean this up, didn't I? Because again, I'm going to do the background and then just show you that you can do it one direction or the other. And it makes a really simple, easy, quick card, but that looks beautiful. So this one is going to have some, this one I like, which is my Blushing Bride, which is a nice pink one. So again, I'm going to just ink it up, take it this way. So I want this one to come in on the center. So let's just take those pieces out. And this one, as I say, I've got a black mat. And then this is going to come in on the center. So 1, 2, 3. That can then come in on the center. Now I'm going to extend it out a bit on this one actually. So let's take, no, I don't want to do it like that, because if I do that, it's going to come over the top, and I don't, it won't matter actually. It won't matter, because in this centerpiece, it's going to be covered up anyway. So I'm going to take that there, and I'm going to take that there. Pop this one in on the center and see how that works. That works nicely, doesn't it? Yes, that sort of come out a bit. I might have one more just a little bit further down. So let's have that one there. Beautiful. Okay, so this one can go in on, I can stick that one down, and I could put another bird in. I've got Create Your Own Magic, which is what I kind of like. But I've also got some little indigo blue ones, sorry, Lavinia ones, which I really like. So I was thinking I could just put a little mouse clinging on. I don't want a hare. These little birds are quite nice, but they're not quite right. I want a little, I think I'm just going to have a little mouse on this one. I do quite like mice. So this one is, which one is this? This is Tilly and Tango, and I think this one will work quite well just down from the side. So I need to stamp him first, and then I can put the other bit. Now I might actually stamp him on the left hand side rather than the right, because then he'll go over just some of those little words that have just come. Maybe I'll have him, yeah, I think like that will work. So we'll take this off, and this is the lovely thing, don't be afraid to use different sets. I mean, obviously if you're doing swaps and things like that, you have to do what use the sets that or the brands that you're part of the swap with. But when you're just making cards for friends and family and things like that, then you don't need to take that off there. You don't need to do that. You can just have it wherever you want. Now I'm just going to have him just literally at an angle like that. Give him a little press like that. Look at that little mouse. I do adore that little mouse. I think it's the cutest thing in the world. Okay, so he's just going to be dangling off the edge so I need to have the mat. I'm going to put the black mat on here like that. I've got to decide on the base. I'm not sure on that heart one, but I do like that. And then slap bang, so I can glue this one down. But this is how you can use all sorts of scraps. You can use pattern paper if you want, but if you're like me and have been following me for a while, you'll know that we've been making all sorts of different papers. And quite often you'll make papers that you go, not overly enamoured with that. And then it means that you've got something to just add a bit of something different to it. And the heart stands alone and you've got all of the detail and stuff on that. This comes in on here and it's just going to go straight on the top with Create Your Own Magic. That's going to go on there, and you've got a completely different look. Now I'm going to carry on and do some more of these. You can do as many as you want, so bulk making is quite a good idea. But we've got two very different. Let me find the other one. What did I do with that? I've put it out of the way, haven't I? You know what, sometimes I have so many things that I'm working on, and I put it out of the way so it'll be safe, and now I can't find it to show it to you, which is a bit frustrating, but bear with me 2 seconds. It won't be very far away, will it? Because I've only just made it. I don't know where I've put it. I've put it somewhere so safe that I can't find it. It's on my desk somewhere. That's the little mouse. Let's put these ones out of the way so they're not there. Let me have a look and see what I've got in here. It's here we are. And it was underneath the stamp somewhere. I'm going to take that background as well, because as I say, I'm not sure on these two. I think they're a bit overly fancy. I think I'm just going to do plain ones, but you can see how you can take and just make two very different cards, but clean and simple. The heart's the focal point. You've got a little creature of some sort, so a little mouse on that one, a little bird on that one, a little sentiment in the centre, little bit of stamping on the back, and it makes a beautiful, clean and simple card. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.